chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Gibson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Davis Price. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long, even though they don't get it. Because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and goal. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down.
10 cycles. Red cycle. Ready.
Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, but keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll look to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Wait.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
To throw is Garoppolo. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Touchdown, Falcons. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defense,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Gibson again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here we go.
And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. This pass is caught by London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Trail green. 52 plastic.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lane.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at 15 yards.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, now Garoppolo. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
21.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. This to McLaurin out on the left side. He will have the conversion and more than that. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here we go.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Garoppolo now. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver for the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
Once more, Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 22 yards. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's able to find Melton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Right, number 7. Right, check, right. Yellow, line. Go, 10.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Davis Price up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Second down, and again, it's Davis-Price.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ty Davis-Price
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 2.
Back to throw.
Able to find Patterson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
And this is taken in at the 5. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Garoppolo to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here we go.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, that heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they